I'm Chef Mike Moses, and welcome to my kitchen. And welcome to a very healthy episode. I have to cook supper for myself tonight, not the whole family, so I thought I'd indulge and have salmon with goat cheese, some roasted vegetables, a little bit of broccolini, and I'm also going to use a Nova Scotia favorite, Dulse. Flaky Dulse. We'll use that as a seasoning. I have all the details coming up. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, I post new videos here all the time, so don't forget to hit that little bell button for the notifications. And you can also stay in touch in the community tab right here on YouTube. The first thing we need to do is get the veggies in the oven so that they can roast up nicely. I've got a bunch of baby potatoes. Now I just want to cut them in half so that they're uniform when it comes to cooking. And I also want a crispy side to them. I've got my potatoes cut in half. I'm going to take my pan. I'm going to do two things. One is I'm going to drizzle some olive oil all over the pan. I don't want these to soak in olive oil, but I want to have olive oil on them. And I'm going to actually season the olive oil just a little bit so that when I put the potatoes, move them around. See, we'll take a potato and we'll just move them around in the olive oil and the salt. So there's good contact with the olive oil and the pan. And when these roast up, the underside is going to be nice and crispy. It's kind of a really neat texture thing I like. And I really love these purple potatoes. I'm going to grow some this year. I promise. I promise. All right, so my potatoes are all coated in olive oil on the bottom. I just want to give them a gentle splash on the top. It's almost like one line of caramel in each one. Give them a little more seasoning. Go up high. Add some dulse, and that is for flavor and a little more salt. And dulse are a very healthy seaweed. They're harvested right off the coast here in Nova Scotia. Now we'll just add our carrots all the way around. These carrots have been washed and they're baby carrots. What I want is everything to cook in about the same time. So this plate of vegetables here will go into a 400-degree oven at probably 20 to 25 minutes. Good idea to check on them after about 20 minutes, maybe 25, just to make sure the potatoes are soft and they're caramelized on the bottom. So we'll stick those in the oven, then we'll prepare our salmon. Okay, now to prepare the salmon, first I want to make sure that it's nice and dry. Front, back, sides, and I want to take the skin off. The reason I want to take the skin off is because I'm going to poach this side and finish it on this side. So, and just take your knife, find the skin. Fingers out of the way, and I should have one piece of skin and one perfect salmon fillet. Since this is the side that we're going to cook, we'll flip it over and we're going to start on this side. And what we want to do is cut a trench in here, probably about 3/4 of an inch or so. This is where the goat cheese will sit. So now I have a tunnel in my salmon for the goat cheese. Now that we have the salmon all ready to go, I'll put the two other pieces here that were in the trench. I've got about 1/4 cup of goat cheese. This crumbles very easily, so what we're going to do is crumble that at the last moment. All right, I'll let the veggies come up to about 3/4 of the way done, and then we will take the salmon, season it up, and get ready to go. I want the salmon almost room temperature so it will cook quicker and I won't burn any of and deliciousness that I'm going to put in it for the goat cheese. We need to get the broccolini ready. And here's a trick so you don't cross-contaminate things. Flip the board over. The board gets a washing every time, but I don't want the fish that I just cleaned on one side to contaminate my broccolini. I don't believe, even at home, I don't believe in cross-contaminating my utensils. So I want to cut off about 1 inch of the broccolini, just because this is the part that's been sitting in the store, drying out. And then I just want to take off the extenuating or the leaves. The leaves tend to dry out really fast when they're sitting in the supermarket, and I just want the broccolini taste and the texture. I'm going to steam these, and it doesn't take long to steam. Probably maybe 3 minutes max. Those are going to go in the steamer. These leaves are going to go in the green bin. All right, our water for steaming the broccolini is, as you can see, boiling away. First thing we want to do, we want to season up our salmon as the oil is getting hot. And I want to season both sides, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. Not a lot. Salmon has been seasoned. Now I'm waiting for the oil to come up to proper temperature. The temperature on the oil is about medium high. And now I'm going to put my salmon in, and I want to put the side with the grooves in first. Remember, in the oil, away from you, and I'm going to leave it like that. Also going to put the topping pieces in. These will cook very fast, so I've got my tongs handy to haul them out. And I want this to poach away for about 3 or 4 minutes. In terms of the amount of oil, olive oil in your pan, you just want enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And this side is going to cook very fast. I'm also going to put the broccolini in at this time as well, right into the steamer. And this is going to go for about 3 to 4 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes on the salmon. The vegetables have about 3 minutes left. Everything is going to come together. All right, my salmon pieces that are going to go on the top are cooked on one side. We'll flip these bad boys over. And I can see that the temperature has come halfway up on the salmon. There. Now, I'm going to flip that over and let it finish. I'm going to add a little bit of dulse to it. It almost looks like pepper, but it's going to give it that little sea taste. It tastes just like the ocean. And we're also going to crumble our goat cheese right in the middle. And this goat cheese is going to melt as it's cooking. And we'll take our pieces that we cooked, put those right on top. This should be another 2 minutes. The broccolini is looking bright and green. And now the vegetables. All right, I'm going to turn the heat off and plate up our meal. First of all, the vegetables. And I'm actually going to use my tongs because I want those crispy potatoes in the middle. These are new potatoes, not a lot. See the beautiful skin on them. Some carrots. 2 carrots in twos. Some of these purple potatoes. We're going to make a nice bed for the salmon to lay on. Now we'll take our salmon with the goat cheese, and it is done. I'm going to put that right on top. And my broccolini. That's going to take some like this. Some dulse around the edge. There's a flavor. It's a really unique flavor. With a pepper. Just a dash. Not even a full pinch, just a dash of salt. That's to get on the broccolini and the vegetables. And there you go for supper. Very light, very healthy. Notice we didn't use any butter or anything. The flavors are all there. Baby vegetables, baby carrots, broccolini. Salmon is the star of the show with some goat cheese. All done perfectly and all done just for you. I hope you enjoy. For more information on this recipe and more, head over to my website, www.chefmikemoses.com. You'll find I have a blog running there with the recipes that you can print off. I hope you enjoy this. I'm here to help you cook better, shop smarter, and eat healthier.